2018 corn chopping season is well underway in western Kentucky, and Big Tractor Power is out in the field with a pair of John Deere 8600 self-propelled forage harvesters. These machines are rated at 616 horsepower and are operating 20-foot wide John Deere 778 row-independent corn heads, harvesting 8 rows of corn spaced at 30 inches. Big Tractor Power YouTube is going to follow these John Deere 8600s through the chopping season and produce a series of videos where you'll be able to see how they operate in the field, how a second crop of sorghum is planted behind the forage harvesters for additional feed that will be harvested later this year. We'll also go back to the farm to see how the corn silage is stored, and then we'll see how the silage is fed to the farm's dairy cows. These John Deere 8600s are owned by the farm, and they harvest a lot of crop to put up good nutritional feed for the dairy cows. In part 1, we're going to see how these John Deere 8600s open up the cornfield. A cornfield is planted fence post to fence post, and as we can see here, the forage harvesters typically load the wagons from the side so that the tractors and wagons are constantly moving from the field with a harvested crop and delivering it to the farm for storage and then heading right back to haul more away. But initially, when the harvesters arrive at the field, they have to open up a perimeter around the entire cornfield so that the crop is not being trampled by the tractors and wagons as they're filled from the side. To do this, the farm hooks a wagon on behind the forage harvester. The forage harvester blows the silage directly behind it into that wagon. It takes about 2 minutes to fill these 10-ton wagons, so they're constantly having to unhook and then rehook to a new empty wagon. We'll follow this process as the machines move around the field. We'll climb up in the cab of the John Deere 8600 so that you can see the operator's perspective of using that row independent corn head to cut a circle in the corn to unhook that full wagon and hook onto the empty wagon. I hope that you'll enjoy seeing and hearing these machines in part 1 of John Deere 8600s producing corn silage. One of the nice things about a row independent head is that you can drive in any direction across the field. Right now this John Deere 8600 chopper is doing the headlands, opening up the field, and it's pulling a wagon behind it. And the wagon is full, so it's time to switch. So we're making a loop right in the middle of the cornfield. This way you can switch out to a new wagon. And with a flick of the switch, the wagon is unhooked, and we're back on the original pass. See here where we cut across the rows. Less than a minute, there's a new wagon ready to go. I hope that you've enjoyed hearing and seeing, as well as climbing up in the cab of one of these John Deere 8600 self-propelled forage harvesters as they open up a new field of corn in western Kentucky to produce corn silage. If you'd like to see more videos of big farm equipment in action, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there are over 1,000 videos of farm equipment at work. If you're already a subscriber, thank you, and I hope that you'll check the Big Tractor Power YouTube homepage often, as new videos are uploaded every 2 to 3 days. If you'd like to get a preview of what is coming to the channel next, check out Big Tractor Power Instagram, where I share pictures and video clips of what is being currently filmed. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget, this is just the first installment of the John Deere 8600 Forage Harvester series from Big Tractor Power YouTube. In the next installment, we're going to head back to the same field and see how the farm follows right behind the forage harvesters with a corn planter putting in a second crop of sorghum that will be harvested later in the year to produce feed for calves. Then, in the next part of the series, we'll head back to the farm to see how the corn silage is put into storage to create feed for the dairy cows. And in the final segment, we'll actually see how that feed is fed out to the farm's cows up at the dairy barn. So stay tuned to Big Tractor Power YouTube, and I hope that you'll enjoy the entire series.